Hey, what's up guys? Today we're going to be reviewing the Allwinner A23 Android tablet. So let's go ahead and get these specifications out of the way. So this is a 10.1 inch Android tablet. It does come with a dual core 1.5 GHz processor, which plays a big role in the performance, which I was really happy with. 1 GB of RAM, 8 GB of storage, which you can expand with a micro SD card slot. Front-facing camera, rear-facing camera, which is not even worth talking about. They're, actually not that great. One of the most impressive things with this is that it runs Android 4.2. I highly recommend that if you're in the market for a cheap tablet, that you get a tablet with at least 4.0 or higher. Anything else you're going to be extremely unhappy with. I can tell you without even using it. Don't want to do that. Let's talk about the hardware. So, with these cheap tablets, you're going to want hardware that's going to last if you want to give it to your kids. If you want it to be tough, you don't want it to break, and I think that's a lot of fear for people because they're saying, oh, you can get this for cheap, but it's probably going to break. But that's not the case over here. I think the hardware is pretty solid. And again, keep in mind that this tablet is $100, so keep that in mind. Micro SD card slot. You have a charging port. You do have a built-in microphone with this. Two micro USBs, headphone jack, and a power sleep wake button. And up top, you have a surprise here. You have more volume rockers. Don't know why. And this is actually a back button. This button right here. So I found myself actually using that a lot. Have no clue why that's actually there, but it's there, and I use it. So I thought it was pretty cool. So the screen is the most important thing on here, obviously. It's what you're going to be looking at the most. So this does not have an IPS display, so watch. You see it tinted out blue. That the viewing angles aren't that good on here, but in my time using it, looking at it head on, I didn't have any problems with the viewing angles and stuff like that. So I thought it was fairly decent. The screen is fairly decent. It's a 1020 by 600 display. So it's not an HD display. Coming from an HD display, you'll notice it if you're coming from an HD display on a smaller tablet. You will notice the resolution, but once you get used to it, it's not all that bad. I have to say, watching movies and videos on here is much better than on a 7-inch. So if you do a lot of that, you're going to definitely want to check this guy out. So I know a lot of you guys are interested in performance. So before we even get into performance, this thing would not work out of the box. So if you're having a problem with that out of the box, which I know a lot of people are, go into recovery mode and go into backup and settings and go into recovery mode and do a factory reset. That's the only way you're going to get this to work. I don't know what the bug is with it coming to the United States, but if you do have that problem, I know a few people had that problem, and go ahead and do that. That pretty much fixes the problem. But back to performance. In my last tablet review, people want to know, could this thing do just basic stuff well? And I have to say, it does do web browsing, watching videos and stuff very well. So I can go ahead and scroll the website. So I'm on Galaxy S5, and it's fairly so. My web browsing experience with Chrome, if you use the stock browser, it's even smoother. But I hate the stock browser. But if you use Chrome, the performance is pretty decent, as you can see here. My Wi-Fi is slow, that's why it's not loading up. And down here they do throw in some capacitive buttons, volume rocker, which is actually pretty useful too. Alright, so performance. So let's go ahead and take on some games. If you wanted to play games with this tablet, then it'll be capable to do that with the 1.5 GHz dual core processor and that 1 GB of RAM. So this is Asphalt 8. And this, we all know this game is really graphic intense, and it does play it on medium, and it plays it pretty well. Let's go ahead and check it out and play. Let me show you guys real quick. Alright. So you can see the graphics look really nice, even on medium. I suck at this game, so I just want to crash into some slow motion. Come on. Come on. I guess. Yeah. There we go. So you can see the graphics on here and it being able to play games. So I'm pretty sure it can handle any game you throw at it. So it's a pretty good gaming if you want to use it for that too. So talking about the cameras, I really don't want to get into too much about the cameras because they suck. So you can see it's unless you're in good light, you won't get really good performance. It's got to be less than a megapixel. So you know that really sucks. But you know, if you're going to be doing Skype a lot or something like that, you might want to look somewhere else and look for a tablet with a much better camera. So overall, I think this tablet is really nice. I like the 10-inch form factor. I think the screen is pretty good for the price you get. And I have to say, I really like this tablet for $100. It can play games, play the latest games. It comes with Android 4.2, which I highly recommend. Newer versions of Android are always going to work really smooth. And the thing just works. It actually it does everything really smooth and just works. So I really like this tablet. It does have some downfalls like, messing up out of the box. I don't know if it's a glitch from coming from a different country or whatever, but I don't know what that's about. But you know, I can't really find too much about this tablet that I didn't like. I think it's a pretty decent tablet for the price. Obviously, that discoloration, the lack of IPS, could be a problem for some people, but overall, it's not a problem for me. So that's pretty much it, guys. That wraps up this review. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.